Welcome to my channel, and today we take a deep and immersive journey into one of the most misunderstood yet world-changing conflicts of the 19th century, the Crimean War, a war fought between 1853 and 1856 that exposed the cracks of old empires, transformed warfare, revolutionized medicine, and brought the brutal reality of battle into the public eye for the first time in human history. To understand why this war erupted, we must first step into a Europe dominated by empires, where the Ottoman Empire, once a fearsome global power, was now weakening and slowly losing its grip over vast territories, especially in the Balkans. While the Russian Empire under Tsar Nicholas I saw itself as the natural successor to Ottoman influence, and the self-appointed protector of Orthodox Christians living under Ottoman rule. Beneath religious disputes over Christian holy sites in Jerusalem lay a far more dangerous struggle, as Russia sought warm water ports and greater control over the Black Sea, alarming Britain and France, who feared that Russian expansion would threaten trade routes, naval dominance, and the delicate balance of power in Europe. Diplomatic negotiations collapsed, and in 1853 Russian forces crossed into Ottoman territories, prompting the Ottomans to declare war, followed soon after by Britain and France, who entered the conflict not out of loyalty to the Ottomans but out of fear of Russian dominance. What began as a regional dispute quickly escalated into a multinational war, with the main focus shifting to the Crimean Peninsula, where Allied leaders believed a decisive blow against Russia's naval base at Sevastopol would cripple Russian power in the Black Sea. In 1854, British and French troops, joined later by Sardinian forces, landed on the Crimean coast, marking the start of a campaign plagued by poor planning, outdated tactics, and logistical disasters that would cost countless lives. Early battles such as the Battle of the Alma demonstrated the bravery of common soldiers on all sides, but also revealed how generals still relied on rigid formations and outdated doctrines in the face of modern artillery and rifles. The war's most infamous moment came during the Battle of Balaclava, when a chain of vague orders and miscommunication led to the catastrophic charge of the Light Brigade, in which British cavalry charged directly into a valley lined with Russian artillery, suffering devastating losses in minutes, an event that became immortalized as both a symbol of heroism and a tragic example of leadership failure. As the war dragged on, the focus shifted to the Siege of Sevastopol, a grinding, months-long struggle defined by trench warfare, relentless bombardment, and appalling living conditions, foreshadowing the industrialized wars of the 20th century. Soldiers lived in muddy trenches, exposed to freezing winters, inadequate supplies, and rampant disease, and for many, typhus, cholera, and dysentery proved deadlier than enemy fire. The suffering of troops was worsened by shocking administrative incompetence, particularly within the British Army, where supplies piled up in ports while soldiers starved at the front. It was during this humanitarian disaster that Florence Nightingale emerged as a transformative figure, reorganizing military hospitals, enforcing sanitation, and using data to prove that cleanliness saved lives, reducing death rates and laying the foundation for modern nursing and public health. The Crimean War also became the first conflict truly witnessed by the public at home, as war correspondents like William Howard Russell reported and censored accounts from the front, while early photographers captured haunting images of camps, soldiers, and battlefields, forever changing how societies perceived war and forcing governments to confront public outrage. Technological innovation accelerated during the conflict, with the widespread use of railways, telegraphs, rifled muskets, and steam-powered ships, marking a transition from Napoleonic warfare to modern industrial conflict. Despite moments of tactical success, the war exposed deep weaknesses in the Russian military and economy, while also highlighting that the Allied victory came at a tremendous human and financial cost. By 1856, all sides were exhausted, and peace negotiations led to the Treaty of Paris, which neutralized the Black Sea, curtailed Russian expansion, and temporarily preserved the Ottoman Empire, though its long-term decline remained inevitable. The Crimean War left no clear winners, but its consequences were profound, prompting military reforms across Europe, reshaping international diplomacy, advancing medical science, and redefining journalism and public accountability. Though often overshadowed by later wars, The Crimean War stands as a turning point between the old world of empires and the modern age of total war, reminding us that courage alone cannot overcome poor leadership, and that the true cost of war is measured not only in territory gained or lost, but in human suffering, lessons learned, and lives forever changed. Thank you for watching, and if you found this deep dive into history meaningful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the channel for more long-form documentaries on the wars that shaped our world.